How did the U.S. strike Venezuelan cartels? Using military assets from the sea. The American Navy uses specialized amphibious landing craft that act almost like miniature aircraft carriers launching drones that can later be armed with Hellfire missiles. Once armed with Hellfire missiles and guided by laser and radar, these drones became hunters, tracking targets with lethal precision even at 100 miles per hour. In Washington, it was projection of force. For Venezuela, it was defense of its shores. Two strategies, one global, one local, clashing in the same contested waters. How did U.S. naval and aerial surveillance track the suspected drug boat? For weeks, as part of an intensified anti-narcotics campaign in the southern Caribbean, American forces monitored every move. This effort combined multi-source intelligence with persistent drone patrols, scanning for signs of cartel activity at sea. Their target was a 4-engine speedboat, specially built for high-velocity trafficking. These boats can race across open water at 40 to 60 knots, that's nearly 70 to 110 kilometers per hour when traversing open water. Yet under constant surveillance, its secrecy was stripped away. After crossing from Venezuelan waters into international seas, U.S. authorities confirmed the vessel's ties to a cartel operation linked to the Tren de Aragua criminal network. Surveillance identified it as a smuggling mission. Soon after, a remotely piloted MQ-9 Reaper drone operating from a U.S. amphibious naval task force in the southern Caribbean was tasked to monitor and respond. This force, made up of warships and Marines, provided the command and support needed for such high-endurance aerial operations. The MQ-9 Reaper drone has a maximum operational ceiling of up to 50,000 feet and can loiter in the target area for 24 hours, affording it the endurance required to maintain precise real-time tracking of fast-moving maritime targets. After positive identification and receiving presidential authorization, the drone launched a single AGM-114 Hellfire missile, a highly precise air-to-surface weapon capable of tracking and hitting fast targets with lethal accuracy. The MQ-9 Reaper is no ordinary drone, it's a giant of the skies. Its wingspan stretches an incredible 66 feet, that's longer than 2 full-size school buses parked end-to-end. From nose to tail, it measures 36 feet, roughly the length of 2 SUVs. And when standing tall, the Reaper reaches 12.5 feet in height, taller than a basketball hoop. But operating this machine is far from a one-person job. It takes a launch crew to prepare the aircraft for flight. Nearby, ground data terminals establish vital communication links to operators who may be thousands of miles away, often in another country. At the core lies the Ground Control Station, a dimly lit command center where skilled pilots and sensor operators work together to guide the Reaper. From this hub, they control the aircraft, monitor live surveillance feeds, and prepare for missions ranging from reconnaissance to precision strikes. How will the U.S. Navy destroyers and strike group face the Venezuelan military and the cartels? The U.S. Navy's destroyers, submarines, amphibious ships, Marines, and P-8 Poseidon aircraft are positioned near Venezuela with a multifaceted strategy designed to confront both the Venezuelan military and the powerful drug cartels. The destroyers provide advanced air, sea, and missile defenses while maintaining the capability to launch precision cruise and military targets deep within Venezuela. By maintaining a vigilant missile defense posture, ships are prepared to intercept any hostile air or missile threats. In surface combat, the U.S. Navy destroyers act as guardians of the fleet. They are prepared to defend against militia boats or Venezuelan naval vessels attempting to disrupt blockades or interfere with amphibious operations. The Venezuelan military and cartels prepare to defend the regime and preserve their control through conventional tactics. Although smaller and technologically less advanced, the Venezuelan forces rely on their knowledge of local geography, layered air defense sites, and investments reportedly over $4.5 million to counter amphibious assaults and defend key infrastructure. The military employs coastal and naval patrols to challenge U.S. naval operations, while missile systems are positioned to threaten incoming aircraft and ships. Meanwhile, the Venezuelan cartels, deeply intertwined with elements of the military, exploit their familiarity with the terrain, fast boats, and smuggling networks to complicate maritime interdiction. Their tactics include evading surveillance through irregular sea routes, blending with civilian maritime traffic, and using the dense jungle terrain as cover against raids. Together, the military and cartels form a layered defense strategy designed to resist U.S. pressure at sea, in the air, and on the ground.